Sugar prices are rising in India, and there is a big debate over why. The government says the main reasons are lower sugarcane production, crop disease, and a weak monsoon. But some economists and opposition parties say the E20 policy, which has increased the use of sugar for ethanol, is also affecting sugar supplies. Sugar stocks have also reached 52-week highs. In response, the government has allowed duty free sugar imports and imposed stock limits ahead of this festive season. So, what is really driving sugar prices? To understand this, I am joined by Vivek Wagmude, editor of Chini Mandi and an expert on sugarcane and commodity markets. Welcome on the show, sir.
Welcome. Thank you.
Sir, my first question to you is the government says sugar production will be 30.6 million tons, but some experts say it is already below 30 million tons actually. And Chini Mandi tracks sugar mills every day. So, what is your estimate? Is the sugar shortage mainly because India produced less sugar, or because we started the year with lower opening stocks than the usual?
Actually, specifically speaking, both reasons are valid, but most important reason is that the government's misreading of the data and taking decisions that has resulted into this fiasco. The first thing is government has stated that sugar output will be 30.6 million tons, and actually its estimates were higher. And based on that, government decided to export sugar. And later on, when estimates came down, as per survey done by government and data provided by agencies related to central government, then government decided. Then the when estimates came down, then government realized that now there is shortage of sugar and we must import sugar. So government is importing same amount of sugar which it had exported. So there is actually not such shortage, but shortage created due to mismanagement or misreading of this data.
Alright, sir, the government says only 9% of ethanol comes from sugarcane, but some experts say it is closer to 32% actually. Which number is closer to what you are seeing? And is this difference because people count cane juice, syrup, and molasses differently?
Yes. Because ethanol coming from grain feedstock is 74%, and ethanol coming from sugarcane based feedstock is 24%. So actually, it comes from this sugarcane juice, molasses, B heavy heavy molasses, C heavy molasses, and sugar. So when one takes consider when one considers sugar or when one considers the sugar cane, then the data differs. But actually, 24 ethanol coming from sugarcane based feedstock is 24%. Earlier, government was procuring ethanol from sugarcane, and then gradually it decided to increase ethanol production from feedstock food grains like rice, maize, along with sugarcane. As as the as it become easier for government to procure ethanol from maize and rice, it gradually reduced its ethanol production from procuring the ethanol from produced from sugarcane. Hence, the sugarcane production, ethanol diverted sh- ethanol procured from sugarcane based, what do you call that? From sugarcane feedstock has remained around 24 to 32%.
Well, sir, some people say that if sugar supply falls by just 10%, prices can go up to 30 to 40% during the festival seasons, because people will buy sugar more anyway in the festival season. So, do you agree with this, or is this just a exaggeration by the people?
It is an exaggeration and by people or traders or those who have some vested interest in this business. It is actually the prices have rose due to speculations and fear mongering among in this sector. Uh, Actually, there is not such shortage that prices should go up. It is such a within a speed. So I don't think that the prices will rise henceforth. Already, even after government took decision to import sugar, immediately prices have cooled down. So I don't think till by festival when festival season starts, by that time sugar will be imported in our country, and there won't be any shortage of sugar as such.
Sir, the government has limited sugar stocks that traders can hold and allowed 1 million tons of duty-free sugar imports. So, will this step bring prices down before the festival season, or have they come too late?
Actually, government had already realized the situation in some month of April and May. Government should have actually taken these steps at that time. Now, government, I think that government might have thought that the naturally the situation will be normalized as there is not such a gap between demand and supply. Hence, government did not take any decision in this regard. But when suddenly uh, some news, the news was around that there will be some shortage of sugar in the market, and as per requirement, there will be less sugar available for consumption in the month of August, September, and October when festival seasons will come. Then government immediately started taking decision, started intervention, and even instead of taking strong decisions, government decided to put restrictions on the stock holding. Already, government has restrictions on sugar mills, how much sugar they should sell, how much sugar they should hold every month. And now the government decided that it would be good to put restrictions on traders that will help to stabilize our pool of sugar prices. But even that did not happen. Then government started took decision to import sugar, which it should have done earlier. Now when see now government has taken decision, it will take at least 45 days to come that sugar from foreign countries to India, and it will take more than 15 days to that actually enter that sugar in the market. So this
Yeah.
2 months gap that has affected that has created panic situation, and hence the situation has gone out of government's control. Actually, government should have taken earlier government should have taken these steps to arrest the price rises and keep check on the prices, sugar prices.
Sir, some economists say the government should have reduced the 100% import duty much earlier and allowed the sugar market to work more freely. So, do you think India needs tight government control over sugar, or can the government, the market manage prices on its own?
Actually, market manages prices on its own, but as far as sugar sector is concerned, government has completely regulated or had put restrictions on this sugar sector. You're starting from you can as you know that every sugar mill has to declare how much sugar it has produced, and government every month government provides one list that allows a particular quota for every sugar mill, and at the start of the month, earlier month,
Yeah.
for the next month government allows a sugar quota, and then that sugar mill has to sell only that allocated quota for that particular month. And in this way, government has regulated this buying and selling of sugar business. Before that, government has also kept restrictions on the FRP of sugar cane, and which is a fair and remunerative price of sugar cane, which farmers get, and MSP, minimum selling price of sugar, at the price at which sugar mills should sell that sugar in the market. So these restrictions are already there in the this market. Apart from that, if you say that government should waive off this 100% import restrictions, I don't think it will make any some change, because already we have sufficient sugar stock. We produce more than enough sugar as and
Okay.
than what we consume and what we use for our what we use in this industry for industrial use. And and every year we also export sugar. This is the first time after 10 years situation and all that government has to import sugar. So there is no need to make this way of this 100% import duty and such decisions that won't affect domestic sugar market more.
So the sugar company shares have gone up, and mills are earning from both higher sugar prices and ethanol sales. So does this mean mills have more reasons to sell cane for ethanol instead of making sugar?
Actually, sugar mills have already completed sugarcane crushing season. It has almost ended in the month of April and May, and most of the mills have paid their bills to sugarcane farmers. According to ISMA, Indian Sugar Mills Association, 97% of the cane dues have been cleared to sugarcane farmers, and the whatever sugar required for diverting to ethanol has also been done. And sugar mills are sitting with excess or available ethanol waiting for oil marketing companies to procure from them. OMCs have already procured the sugar ethanol that was allocated for the sugar mills. Hence, there is no point in saying that this recent rise in sugar prices will help sugar mills to earn more or divert available sugar for ethanol production or uh, produce more sugar. These calculations will when we move to the next sugarcane season, and depending on that situation, we have to see what conditions will be there and what sugar mills can do. And actually, even we have achieved 20% ethanol blending, and there is a cap on this ethanol blending. Now, sugar mills can't divert excess sugarcane for ethanol production. They have to play with that only that amount of sugarcane diversion for ethanol production, and they will have to wait for the next season, next next sugarcane production data to decide what rates will be there for sugar. So this price rise won't affect sugar mills decision or what do you call that, mm, planning to divert towards ethanol production or towards sugar.
Sir, is the current sugar shortage just a temporary problem caused by the weather or the crop disease and delayed imports, or will India's ethanol blending policy keep creating sugar shortages and price hikes during this festival season in the upcoming years? So how the future is going to be?
I don't think that sugarcane diverting to ethanol has created this shortage. As I already repeated that, I will be repeating again that sugar mills have uh, been provided quota. This government has decided that a fixed amount of ethanol will be procured from sugar mills, and sugar mills are already apart from diverting sufficient sugarcane for ethanol production, very sugar mills are producing more than sufficient sugar. Only this year, the situation has arose that the government exported sugar, and again it is importing sugar, and this has resulted into this uh, panic situation. And government has already reduced procuring ethanol from sugarcane. Yeah, earlier it was around something from sugar. It was 12%. It has come down to 9% because ethanol procurement from feedstock like maize has been gradually increasing, and as government has kept cap on 20% ethanol blending. I don't think it will increase to 21, 22 or 30% due to this government facing backlash from opposition or people. Hence, the amount of ethanol produced from feedstock like maize, rice, and sugarcane will remain same. Hence, it won't affect much in the future. It won't affect ethanol blending policy, or the other way around. Ethanol blending policy won't affect sugar production. Won't create impact on sugar production.
Sir, my last question to you is going forward, what would be the three most important steps the government should take to stabilize both sugar supply and prices? Not just for this festive season, I'm talking about, going forward in the future and the upcoming years as well.
So, very first thing I suggest that government should do that. It should collect real-based data. So what has happened and why this situation arose? Because government presumed that there will be excess sugar in country, and then government decided to export. Again, government realized that there is less sugar available in the country as per the demand. So government again imported the same amount of sugar, almost same amount of sugar. So the government should focus on having real based data that will give actual figures and facts. And that is very important. The government agencies that are working in this sector, they should work accurately and gather data. Second is government should uh, take decision regarding dual sugar policy, which means that government sugar is used for household consumption as well as sugar is used for industrial purpose. So it has been demand from sugar mills from several years, and government should fix two different rates. That for sugar used for household consumption should be sold at some particular rate, and sugar sold for industrial use should be sold at some particular rate. If government takes this decision, the situation like this would avoid. And the third important is that apart from keeping regulations and checks on sugar mills, government also should initiate regulations on traders as well as large industrial producers that are using sugar as raw material. Because
Right.
according to some news or mm, this is not actually a fact or something like that, but due to excess hoarding or more than required hoarding done by uh, industries that are using sugar as raw material, the situation has arose, this present situation. So these are my three best suggestions for the government.